Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
His first carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. The completion good. This is AEverett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Hines, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Off play action. Drake. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Ready? 18, Gator. Watch it, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Two-jet bomber. Check. Lock it. Hey, lock it. Switch.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald agreeing with a catch left side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Go. Mark 55. All right. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald, and right side, Henry's got it. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Drake. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Colts.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Drake. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check 52. Kill, kill, kill.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go. 70, Indy. We ain't giving them nothing. Showing up, showing up. Check safety. Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
60 Pittsburgh. Get it.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
60 outlaw.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Green, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Spins past him. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down now, it's Green. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now this time he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of AEverett. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hines, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 1st and 10. Drake is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown. That'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he spins through. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, D. Bang, bang. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. Green able to dance free. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Henry, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Tackle made by K1 Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
On second down, it's Green. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Green. His second touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
23 yards the pickup there. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
132 fighter.
This is Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions.
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Marcus Green, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position.
Check, 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 check.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
60 yard. I got him. Deep rip.
They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready, set.
Come on, guy, 55. Tighten up. Pull it together. Hatchet. Check 99. Check 99.
Put up. Ready.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This is Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on second down, Drake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off the play fake. Drake. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go, go. 27, Mike, 27.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now.
Let's get off the field.
5.
2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Off-play action. Drake. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun. Drake, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well. You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
There goes Green. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Green, 95 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming, I'm coming.
Back to throw. Drake, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Drake. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 14. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Drake. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. On 4th down, Drake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson with time running out, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Yep.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because We were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Colts, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all